Going live, going live. The little bar says I'm going live. You're live! Hello, everybody. I'm alive. I just did a tremendous dumb. And I'm sure my audio quality sucks right now, by the way. I'm pretty sure I managed to just film an entire video with my microphone off. So I'm going to redo that entire thing. Again, you too could have quality videos like this. Just download OBS and suck at life. Ooh, I love this character. I love playing this character. I'm not sure I'm gonna love playing this character with this team. I was gonna say there's gonna be mixed feelings about this, but I would have re-rolled Thanos, but he did, and he got a Sun Tzu. Not a better tank. Anyway, I want to talk about, are we just re-rolling into worse and worse characters? I want to talk about my Friday with my boss, because on this particular Friday at work, I did not do my normal job. So, my boss decided that he no longer liked his large entertainment center. He had one of those old school big wooden tower things that your TV went in the middle of. And then his furniture in his room was meant to match that, except one chair. He had this chair that didn't match anything else in the room. I have a microphone on, right? I'm paranoid now. So anyway, he decided he was going to get rid of this whole thing. So he went and asked me, "Hey Tracy, can you help? You're 6'3". We've seen you lift crazy heavy things. You weightlift. You're really big on this. Can you help me move all this stuff?" I was like, "Absolutely, man. Who signs my paycheck? I will absolutely do that for you." Not just because he signs my paycheck. He's actually a really good dude. So anyway, I agree to do all this stuff. I go, prepared for this manual labor. Come in on Friday, ready to lift heavy and do all this stuff. And we'd agreed that we were going to leave at 11. The reason we were going to leave at 11 was my lunch break is at 11. And he figured this would take about an hour and a half. So we decide, all right, let's, go out, do this hour and a half thing, come back to work a little late, we'll stop somewhere, get lunch, have a good old time moving all this stuff. So we show up, and he gets, we have a little bit of trouble finding the place with the truck that he rented, but we find it, and I'm going to see if I can't wave, because I have a quest to wave. VX, nope, I don't have wave unlocked for this character. Poop. Anyway, so we have a little bit of trouble finding this place, and we get a little lost, and we wind up parking alongside of it, as opposed to, in normal parking lot, but it turns out you can park there, so there's no big deal. So we park at this place, and we're having a good time, and bitching about the traffic, and enjoying ourselves, and he knows I love to cook, and I threw a grill in the back of our company. There's this thing where I started working there as an intern, and I now have a full-time job, payroll, paycheck, all that fun stuff. So I show up. I'm gonna divert the story to a totally different story that I'm sure I've told before. But I show up to work as a intern, and it turns out that there's a back porch area, or rather, there's a back door, and we didn't know where that back door led. And I was like, "Hey, does anyone know where this back door leads?" And everyone's like, "No." Went and talked to our superior dude, and he's like, "I've worked here 10 years, and I've never once gone back there to see what's back there." I was like, "Oh, okay, that's weird. Well, let's find out what's back there. I want to know." Just raw curiosity. And they thought it was really funny that the new guy wanted to see what's in the back of the building for some reason. So we go through all the trouble of going up to the higher ups and getting permission to open this door. So we don't know if there's an alarm on this door or anything. So we finally get permission to go in the backyard, and it turns out we do in fact have a back porch area. And I'm like, shit, this is a really nice back porch area. I was like, I like to grill. If I was to throw a grill back here, could I throw a grill back here? And they're like, we have no idea. So again, we got through all the trouble of going to all the higher ups and seeing if I can throw a grill back there. And it turns out no one has any problem with me throwing a grill back there at first. And turns out somebody did have a problem with throwing the grill back there. But they couldn't come up with a good reason as to why they had a problem with me throwing a grill back there. So it turned out I was allowed to keep my grill back there. And as a peace offering, I wound up cooking for the company. And I bought like hot dogs and stuff, cheap stuff. And, you know, tried to make myself, oh, I'm the intern. I'm trying to get a job here, so I'm trying to look good. So I spend a few bucks and I buy like 32, probably more than that. I probably bought, they come in packs of 32, so 64, 90, 96, about 96 hot dogs. I'm trying to do math and play video games at the same time here. You know, a bunch of buns from a wholesale store. And I grilled for the whole company, and everyone loved it, to the point where I wound up having to do it again because everyone demanded I do it again. And people started giving me money to do it again. So I wound up starting a public fund. People paid me to do this for a long time. So I'm out with my boss. And my boss, I'm going back to the main story. Out with my boss. He knows I love to cook. He knows I love to grill. So what he wants to talk about at the beginning is that there used to be, and I think he was just trying to talk me into doing this, used to be, we do a company picnic every year. We still do the company picnic every year. But there used to be a guy who had a smoker, and he'd bring his smoker, and he'd show up at 4 a.m. and smoke for the rest of the company. So we'd have this one dude. Oh, I didn't mean to get you. I wanted hell. So he's telling me, basically I learned every single person's name in the company who had a smoker. We kind of run out of that conversation, so we're talking about what everybody talks about when they go on a little bit of a road trip. We're in this big old box truck. How much everyone else sucks at driving and how much we hate traffic. So everyone else, freaking people need to stop cutting off box trucks. Because people love to cut off box trucks. And people who drive box trucks don't typically drive box trucks. Man, I wish this story made it in the first game, because I was wrecking shop and I'm not doing so good on this one. It'll turn around eventually, but it's not, maybe not, because a lot of them are pretty good. Yeah, a lot of them have a lot of good early game and late game. But anyway, we're sitting there having a good time, bitching about how bad traffic is and talking about stuff. And you know, he's my boss, and I'm trying to get on his good side, and that's not hard because he likes me already. And he's a pretty good dude, and we're having a lot of fun bitching about traffic and driving this truck. But I forgot my phone, and he forgot his glasses, and he doesn't really use traffic apps that much. So we're both freaking lost, and he immediately starts going the wrong way. But we managed to turn around pretty quick because we're trying to find his house. And we wind up going to find his house. Turns out he lives, like, down the street from my frickin' parents. I had no idea. When I started working at the company, they were like, "You ever been to Thinota Sassa before?" I probably shouldn't say that, but whatever. But you ever been to this part of the Florida before? I was, yeah, I live here. They're like, "Really? As far as we've never met anyone who lives here. This place is in the middle of nowhere." So, you know, having fun, driving this car, completely freaking lost. You know, enjoying the drive, enjoying bitching about everyone else on the road, because people keep cutting us off, people keep waiting till the very last second to turn, traffic lights aren't in sync, all those things that people love to bitch about while they drive the car. I just walked right into that. But anyway, we're having all this... We're having a good time, bitching about traffic, driving the car, complaining about life, da-da-da-da-da. Good old time. Find his house. So he has this big entertainment center that he no longer wants. A couch that he no longer wants because it's too low, and a chair that never fit with any of the rest of the furniture anyway, that apparently was his ex-wife's chair. Or not, it wasn't his ex-wife's chair, but it was his ex-wife's taste in furniture. And it was something, I guess, that was given to him based off of his old furniture looking something like that, and he didn't want it, and something like that. He wanted to get rid of this chair. He wanted to get rid of a table. He wanted to get rid of an end table. He wanted to get rid of a coffee table. So one of the first things we learn is that he was wrong in how big a truck he needed. Because the truck he got didn't have a ramp, which what kind of moving truck doesn't come with a ramp these days? And it didn't have... It was kind of an older truck, so it was one of those trucks that had the... I shouldn't do this. I managed to pull it off. And it had... The wheel wells still had, like... It wasn't one of those trucks where the wheels were just perfect. It was one of those trucks where the wheel wells had this very obvious squared arc thing. And we couldn't put as much stuff into it that was large because of this stupid thing. So it became very clear very quickly that we were going to wind up having to take 2 trips. So it was not going to take us an hour and a half. And then we start driving to this consignment place, and it turns out to be much further away than he thought it was. So we're an hour and a half in, we haven't even gotten to the consignment shop yet. And it's very clearly threatening to rain. In fact, it's raining at the midway point. We lost terribly. We lost fast, too. So we managed to get to this consignment shop. They tell us we had to bring the truck around to the back. None of the back was marked at all. So we get around to the back. None of it's marked. None of the areas have like anything saying this is the consignment shop. And it's one of those places that's an L shape. And you'd think the back would also do this. No, it doesn't. It does like this. I'm trying to watch the webcam so I can see what I'm doing, but it's all in reverse. So it's all weird. And we got our best guess as to where it was, knocked on the back door, and there's a big loading ramp in this off area, so we're like, this has to be it, right? No, it's an LA Fitness. LA Fitness has a loading ramp, like, for, like, professional trucks at the back of it at this place. No idea why. He has no idea where the consignment shop was. He didn't even know there was one there, but it's the second biggest store in the whole place, so I don't know how he didn't know that it was there. This is a much better team. No, I'm sorry. I don't want to play a tank today. So we managed to go and find this consignment shop. Turns out it's a small, regular, almost regular sized door. It's slightly bigger than like a normal house door. And it has like a sticker on it, like this big, with a picture of a chair, and that's apparently their sign. So we managed to get up there, and we start trying to unload all of our stuff. And they're supposed to have people who can help us, but they have one dude, and the dude is like a third of our size. But he's quick, and he's helping. We managed to unload everything. Turns out, because we don't have everything, we have to go back and do everything before we can fill out any of the paperwork. So we kind of have to take their word on it, and we leave. We go try to find our thing. There was a detour saying one way. So we couldn't leave to go back the direction we wanted to. We had to make a U-turn. But it turns out that if you go this way, we wanted to go back this way, but if you go this way and make a U-turn, the road goes this way, like up off to the side, because it splits in 2 directions. We chose the wrong one. And we didn't notice that for a really long time. But it turned out that if we kept going the way the detour told us to, we would have gone right to where we were wanting to go. Which, you know, we had mixed emotions on. But we're sitting there having a good time, bitching about traffic, not realizing we're going the wrong way.
Okay.
And
I am the last.
we finally managed to find out where we're supposed to be going. He realizes we're going the wrong way again. Again, I don't have my phone. He doesn't have his glasses. Neither one of us has a sense of direction. Finally managed to start going the right direction. Get back to his house, load everything in. We have exactly enough room for absolutely everything but one really big thing. And we went, screw it. So he threw a blanket down on top of all the other stuff, laid it down at an angle, and went, alright, Don't take any turns too sharply. Let's hope this makes it. He's laying down on like glass drawers and stuff. Like we're sitting there going, this might work. But we managed to get it there, and we managed to get all the way to the place. And I feel rude. But they were already attacking him, so I'm gonna do it. Oh, and apparently we're just gonna stand there and let him get us back a couple times. So we managed to finally get back to this place, and we unload everything. And it takes forever to unload everything, and this little dude's trying to help us again. We managed to get everything back onto the truck, or off of the truck. Get everything into this consignment shop, and I gotta go back there. They actually had some really cool stuff. We lose someone? Yeah, we already lost Hera. Sorry, engrossed in the game. So we managed to get everything back to this consignment shop, drop everything off. And we start driving back to drop off this truck, and we're bitching about the weather and all this stuff. And all the time we're doing this, his neighborhood, the consignment shop's in, all these places, they have all these nice decorative trees in the middle of the road or on the side of the road. But we're driving a box truck, so we're just scraping along all these decorative trees, and it's making this super loud noise, and it's making him real nervous. But as someone who's driven these trucks many, many times, I'm sitting there going, it ain't doing any damage to the truck, it's only going to damage the tree. And then the tree isn't exactly taking your license plate number. So, driving along, you know, having a good time, bitching about the traffic. Finally get back to where we work. You know, we drop off the truck. Remember to get his blanket out of it. Oh, yeah. I didn't say this in the last one, but, you know, this is funny. Miguel, my boss, very clearly kind of Hispanic looking. The white guy who had the truck rental tried to inform Miguel that as he was leaving, he was forgetting his blanket. So he had this blanket that he had put the he had put the shelf on, or the large group of shelves on. So he tried to tell Miguel in Spanish that he had forgotten his blankets, but he called it a blanco, which in Spanish means white. So he walks up to Miguel and goes, "You forgot your white." And I'm sitting there going, "No, I went with him." But no, it was. I thought it was fun at the time. And we were sitting there talking about Spanglish and how funny that was. And we drove back and we're bitching about the traffic and we're having a great time. And we drive all the way back to work, and you know, there's like 2 minutes left before I'm supposed to leave. Because that took way longer. He wound up having to pay for extra miles, and the truck was returned late, and he had to pay all the fees that go along with all that. And he was like, "Yeah, whatever. We finally get this done. I got this off my chest. I'm happy." We finally deliver this damn thing. We leave. We're bitching about the traffic. We're having a great time. And he's like, he's like, "What do you want to eat?" He's trying to treat me to lunch because we hadn't had lunch in this whole long time. And that worked out really well. Didn't work out great though. So he's trying to treat me to lunch, but I like eating crap because, like, I'm a heavy dude. You know, I lift weights and stuff, but I am not thin. I am not a cardio fan. I am a whatever lifting weights is fan. So I'm sitting there going, I don't know, like, I don't want to ask you to go do sushi or something, because that's normally my go-to when I'm with work people, but I know he's not the biggest fan. But I'm at the point where I'm like, you stick a doorstop between two pieces of bread, I'll eat it.
Okay.
What are you okaying? I couldn't do anything there. But, yeah, I don't like, you stick a doorstop between two slices of bread, I'll eat it at this point. So I'm trying to get him to pick where we go, because I'll eat anything. Like, I am not a picky eater by any stretch of the imagination. I'll eat anything. Except for canned fish. I hate canned fish. Scandinavian. Hate canned fish. Ancestors would... Well, ancestors. Very recent ancestors would be mad at me about that. So anyway... I kind of get him to pick where we're going to go, and we go to this place, and he's like, let's go get Philly cheesesteaks. Awesome, let's go get Philly cheesesteaks. Not the best Philly cheesesteak. But we went and got Philly cheesesteaks, and he orders, and I'm like, that actually sounds really good, because he ordered his all the way. And I, like, you know, like, again, not a picky eater, I'll put anything on anything. And I'm like, let's, you know, I'm like, man, what you ordered sounds great, I'll get that. He's like, don't get that. And I'm like, oh, why? And he's like, well, you want the big one. I ordered the little one. Get the big one. I was like, oh, okay. So I ordered the big one. And so I get this giant Philly cheesesteak, and he asked for gravy on the side, because he says they're dry, but they serve them so incredibly wet that, you know, you have to have the gravy on the side, or else they'll just be soaked. And we both made the mistake of dipping our sandwiches directly into the gravy, and then immediately trying to take a bite out of this hot gravy, burning the crap out of ourselves. Oh, why aren't you tanking that? Now you're gonna take it? The enemy's here, man. Feel like you did that in the wrong order, tank man. I feel like this tank wants us to be the tank so bad. I should have taken Ganesha. Is he even building Ganesha right? Should be paying attention to the field and not Ganesha's build. I'm out of mana. What do you want from me? So we get these big sandwiches, and we eat the sandwiches, and we're having a great time. We finally get back to work, but when we get back to work, it's, you know, I work 7 to 4. And it's 3:58, and he's like, you know, man, just go home. And, you know, you deserve to leave early. It's 2 minutes. Like, anyone even notice if I normally did that? Which I don't. I normally leave late. But, Good job, good job, good job. Good job. Alright. So, you know, he's like, leave early. I'm like, no, this is, you know, I work in security. I gotta be there. So I'm like, I'm gonna check my email, and then if, like, no one needs anything from me, I'll go home. He's like, alright, that's a good plan. I walk in, and both the people who are supposed to also work till 4 already left. So I was like, that's kind of funny. Got a great story from Jose, which I'm going to go ahead and tell because I wound up playing 2 games instead of 1, because the last time I tried to tell this story with my microphone off, what do you want from me, man? You got... Everyone's dying like flies. There's very little I can do here. Alright. Feel like you should not be the one tanking this group. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna switch over to this story because why not? It's part of the same story, I guess. So Jose's been having a problem with... Well, actually, it's kind of... When I walked in, they were watching women's soccer because women's soccer is on, and a lot of my my office is European or Hispanic. So a lot of people watch a lot of football. So they're all sitting there watching this, and there's a big pizza box on my desk, and I was like, "Oh, do you guys want to make sure I knew you guys ate pizza today?" And he's like, "No, actually, I was using your desk as just a table because I didn't want to put it on my desk because I was doing other stuff and I had to build a kit." Da 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 da. But apparently, he's revolting against Subway because, you know, we had all these Subway coupons. Everyone got all these Subway coupons in the mail. And one of our fellow employees always goes to Subway. So, I'm sorry, I want this kill. I'm sure you can hear that. I have a new neighbor, and they're clearing off the roof next door. So I think that's a chainsaw. Ganesha finally got an area item. Good for him. Way to actually start being the tank. Sorry. Hey, I've died. I can actually buy items now. Let's go ahead and finish my boots. I'm gonna go ahead and get a slow item because we have two people who would really benefit from it. I'm gonna go ahead and start building rod because I don't know when the next time I'm gonna die is. I'm gonna try to get as much magic as possible. What else do I want to get? They don't have a lot of heal. They have a push. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get beads. But yeah, Jose's order has just been hilariously wrong at Subway. Every single time he's ever gotten Subway for pretty much months now. He's finally revolting against Subway because he went in person because he normally orders, and our fellow coworker picks it up. This time he picked it up, and he goes. He picks up the order. He tells him no jalapenos. Big Hispanic dude asking for no jalapenos. Make fun of him all the time. But his body can't handle spicy foods, apparently. So he goes and gets these jalapenos anyway. You know, he sits there, asks the lady for no jalapenos. She takes the bread, toasts it, knowing that he's asked for no jalapenos. She figures no jalapenos when you're supposed to be toasting it. So, you know, she goes, okay, then puts... Shut up. Put the, Doesn't toast it with jalapenos on it. But she does then put jalapenos on it. And he's like, no, I don't want it that way. And she goes, oh, okay. Then she does it again, except unbeknownst to him, she puts the jalapenos on before she toasts it, thinking she did it backwards. Not that he doesn't want jalapenos, even though that he keeps asking her, don't put jalapenos on it. Like, he means at all. But she can't seem to understand that, so he winds up having two different sandwiches made, both of which are supposed to have no jalapenos, that wind up having jalapenos on them. But he doesn't catch it the second time, because he's thinking that, you know, no one can be that dumb. So he doesn't check the second sandwich. Shows up to work, jalapenos on his sandwich. And he can't eat them. And he's super pissed about it. So he gives the sandwich away, throws a hissy fit, orders pizza. Which bothers him almost more is that the other coworker who always goes and gets his sandwich always has the correct order. Like, it's never wrong. I don't think I've missed with that ult yet. I'm getting no credit. Get the kill. Get the kill. Nope. He healed at some point. Oh, damn it. How did I not get that one? So he orders pizza and he puts it on my desk, and when I finally show up to work, I get to see that he's ordered pizza and made the joke, hey, you trying to make me jealous, and that you guys ordered pizza today, because every now and then they order pizza for the office. He's like, no, they messed up my order, da-da-da-da-da. Tries to give away the sandwich because he ordered a, So he ordered, I've lost my train of thought. I was reading what they were saying. All full health. Yes, of course we're all full health. We're the back line. Not diving in like you guys. Yeah, you need him. Well, actually, kill the minions, please. Nope, didn't get that. Come on. Let Jingwei get those. Oh, I think I put in the damage before he got in the air. Oh, how did I not get that? I feel like I should have gotten a lot more kills than I've gotten this game. I'm in trouble. Yep, nothing I could have done about that. I did my best. But anyway, he keeps having these troubles with Subway, so he's given up Subway entirely. But the guy who always gets his order correct goes ahead and makes an order, and he gets a meatball sub. But then Jose's sandwich is wrong, so he goes ahead and eats Jose's sandwich because Jose doesn't want the sandwich. Gives Jose his sandwich thinking he's being nice, but Jose's like, you know what? I refuse. I'm not eating this sandwich. I'm 100% done with Subway. I've never eaten their sandwiches again. And he gets this perfectly good meatball sub. Except I hate the meatball subs, and he figures he's going to give it to me. He's like, hey, do you want this meatball sub? And I'm like, no, I hate their meatball subs. And everyone's like, how do you hate a meatball sub? I'm like, well, honestly, I love meatball subs, but I don't want one from Subway because it's 60% soy, and how do you have a sandwich that's called a meatball sub that's mostly soy? And at this point, our German coworker is like, fine, I'll take the damn sandwich. As if he's, like, losing an arm or something for us. Takes the sandwich, eats the sandwich. And he's sitting there going, you're right, this is not meat. I've told the story I wanted to tell. It took exactly as long as the last match did. But, this match is much longer because it's going to be 2 games. Because that first game we lost so fast, and this game we really should be winning. But look at Ganesh's build. Get the aura items, man. You are the tank. Why are you over there? Okay, good. Come on. We've got this. This should be the final push. Oh, no, no, no. I landed on the ice. I shouldn't have gotten purification beads. It's not as helpful as I was hoping it would be. Let's see here. Recommended. I don't know what I want my last item to be. I've got Isolation. I've got Soul Reaver. Obsidian. It really should be Obsidian. I need the pen. Anyway, I'm going to switch to talking about the game now, because I've told the story I wanted to tell, and I've told someone else's story. Oh, please stop focusing him and focus on the damn Phoenix. Alright, well, Jing Wei's got the right idea. Come on, Jing. Come on. I really don't like Janesh's build. I should have just let him trade with me, because this... How do you not... I don't know. I would have gotten the area. I get why he doesn't have heart, but you have 2 hunters. I feel like you should have the attack speed aura item. Come here, come here, come here, come here. Got it. Damn it, damn it, damn it.
Retreat, retreat, retreat. Defend.
I don't feel like that was a very well-placed drop, but I got more than one of them. Anyway, the point of this story was supposed to be I like my boss, we had a good time, we bitched about traffic, and... You know, he's redoing his living room, and I got to see his house, and most of my people in my office haven't seen his house, and blah, 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 blah. We're fucked. And I feel like people are blaming me for no good reason. I feel like Hera and Ganesha, by far, are the ones that are screwing us. We're not going to have it. We got Hera and Jingwei coming up, but I don't think they can do it. I think a Hera could potentially force them back. But I don't know if our Hera could potentially force them back. They're doing good. We might make it. If we get the next push and they don't, I think it's over for them. Oh, come on. I'd really love to have this item. Surprised he has more assists than me. I feel like he shouldn't. I guess he's been part of a couple bad fights that I've chosen to stand back from because I don't feel like dying, and if I didn't, then we'd had no line of defense and we'd have been toppled anyway. Are we gonna make it? Alright, we got Ganesha here. If we can put down a couple of their bigger hitters really fast, we should have this. I really want that Artemis, and I really want that Vom. Come on. I'm playing the game here. I'm speaking words that are barely coherent in the name of copyright strike stuff, because words are supposed to come out of my mouth if I'm playing a video game. But that's about it. We're not getting any words of wisdom out of me for a few minutes. We got this. Come on, come on, come on. Push and push hard. Okay, I've got my damage in. It's up to you guys to take out the rest of it. It's got my area damage on it. Come on, guys. Just a few hits. Few hits. Yes! Okay. Did we deserve that? I don't know. Did we make it happen? Absolutely. Alright. I'm calling that an episode. I feel like the other episode was funnier and better. And it was more coherent, and it was perfectly timed. But my microphone was off. I'm going to give you a teamwork, but I'm not going to give you a guide. Actually, I'm giving you a guide. You were our guide. Okay. Good game. Thanks for watching this episode. I'm going to play something else. Actually, let's open these chests real quick. Do I only get one, or did I get two? I had two. Alright, let's see what I got in my chests. Claim. I got an avatar. It's the symbol of Ra, I think it is. And then in my other chest, I got... I have no idea where that's... Solvia? Where was that? Let's see if we can find where that flag went. Solvia. Costa Rica? Was that what I just got? Or is this what I just got? El Salvador. Okay. I think that's what I just got. No. Yeah, okay, that's what I just got. I didn't get a good look at it, obviously. I have no idea where that is. Completely clueless. To the good people of Slovenia? Slovenia? I'm sure that's a place I would know if I could pronounce that word properly, but I'm sure I'm screwing it up. To you, have a good day. I'm going to play something else and probably stream that. Goodbye.